Hey everyone, Rock DIY here. This is a situation that I've been in a couple times where it doesn't necessarily involve both things that I'm going to cover right now, but there is a good chance that it could happen to you, and it would be nice to know what to do in this situation. Unfortunately, two things that I'm going to cover, you'll find a video that covers the one part, and then you'll have to find another video to cover the second part rather than both of them being together to cover both, which could be pretty common in a situation. You have your key fob with you. You don't necessarily use it to unlock it, but you walk up to open the door, and typically if you have a key fob, as soon as you grab the handle, the door opens due to the proximity of the key fob to the vehicle. But let's just say in this case, you pull the handle, nothing happens, door doesn't open, so you use the key fob to unlock, but you try to unlock it, it doesn't unlock. So what do? What you're going to do in this situation is, you'll notice on the driver's a lock symbol right here. Here's your key fob. There is an arrow on this side of the key fob. Push up, pull off, take out your key just like this, and then what you're going to do, right up underneath there, you will see a slot. You're going to take this key, put it in that slot, so the key's in there, and then what you do is rotate it to the rear. You're just going to do this slightly because all you're doing is unlocking it, and you'll see what it does is come off. And if you look right in there, by turning the key, you can see what it's doing. I'll try to show this. What it's doing is moving these two tabs out of the way to unlock it. Next thing you're going to do is remove the key from this piece. You can see it a little bit better. You can see the little key symbol there in the hole. Then what you're going to do is stick the key in with this part upwards, and you're going to rotate the key to the right to unlock the door, and then you'll be able to open the door. That is the first part. So now at this point you can get in the car with a dead key fob. Here's the next part of what I was talking about initially, is so now that you're in the car and you were able to get in with the dead key fob, now if your key fob is dead, how are you going to be able to start your car? You can start the car with a dead key fob. The issue is that because the key fob is dead, the car is not going to recognize that there is a key fob, so it's not going to want to start. So what you have to do, and this is just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you this because I do have a battery that is charged, so functional. So I'm going to stick this key in here, turn it slightly, it'll open the key fob up, and then what I'm going to do is, if you don't already know, this battery is a CR2032 battery. I'm going to remove it for demonstration purposes, and I'm going to put this back on just to keep it together. Right. So you did see me remove the battery. So here's the battery, and here's the key fob with no battery in it. Now this is what you're going to do in order to get the car to start, run, and be able to do what you need to do in case of an emergency where your key fob doesn't work. Now I'm in the car, the battery is out of the key fob, or in a real situation the battery would be in it, but it would be dead. So you can see here, none of the buttons work. And then also, hopefully you can see this, start button is over here where my finger is, and says smart key not found, refer to handbook. Yeah, so that's what you get. Here's where you are able to start and drive your vehicle with a dead key fob. So here are the steps. So there's 3 little ribs under here. You're going to take your key fob so that your the keys on the key fob are facing down. And then what you're going to have to do is push the start button. Once the car starts, you can remove the key fob. And you may have noticed that initially when I put the key fob up there, it didn't want to start. But if you kind of move it around while you're pushing the stop button, it'll start. It's kind of sensitive as far as where it needs to be. So while you have it up there, you may just have to move it around some in order to get it to start. And then you'll be able to drive the vehicle. If you're in an emergency situation, I highly recommend the very first thing you do is go get a CR2032 battery and put it in your key fob, unless you want to do this every time you stop.